Hey, this is Nicholas with the Backyard Tortoise here, and I thought I was going to talk about some recent developments, specifically concerning Stargate, but some other things as well. And this is that Amazon has purchased MGM for $8 billion. Now let that sink in. They spent double what Disney spent on Lucasfilm for this. So what are they getting that is better than Star Wars and Indiana Jones? Why are they spending that much money? Well, there's a number of properties here. They got the James Bond property. They got the Rocky property, Pink Panther, Little Rascals, lots of good properties. But what most interests me is Stargate. And I definitely would say that looking over the different properties, lots of good ones, lots of ones that I think will make them money, but I think Stargate has some of the most potential. Everyone expects some more Bond movies. With that, I look at Bond and I think about in the past there was a Bond movie every year. For a while there was Sean Connery was trading off doing Bond movies with Roger Moore, so we were getting that allowed them to do it. But it's not just filming. One of the things that puts Bond movies so far apart is like even writing the scripts. They should write the script one after. And I don't think it necessarily should be every year, but maybe every 2 years, not every 4 to 5 years, as we're getting right now. So that could be cool. Um, we have other the Creed movies. They've been doing well, and these are just some of the properties that MGM has. But on the TV front, I think the biggest property they have is Stargate. And Stargate has been getting a resurgence in the media. Brad Wright has been pitching his SG4, as it's codenamed, his fourth Stargate TV show. He was courting Netflix for it. This has probably put a kibosh on that. Can it go over to Amazon Prime? Now, this is my biggest concern with this announcement. Will Stargate go to Amazon Prime with the SG4 Brad Wright show? Or will Amazon Prime bring back their Stargate Origins? I find that a little unlikely. They helped fund one season of that web series where it was released in 10-15 minute increments and then put all together became a hour-long movie. I don't think they're going to keep doing that because otherwise they would have continued that then. But my big concern is that they're going to just reboot the whole franchise, either going straight off from the movie again, or redoing the movie itself too, and just starting all over. They could even do a complete new movie things. They could bring the directors from the movies had wanted to come back and do movies themselves. They had been shopping that around a couple of times. A lot of different directions they could go. However, I really want Brad Wright to continue on the legacy he had. I want to see the actors make cameos back. I want to make sure that TV show still matters. I don't want to see them do the Star Trek route where they go back and say, well, we erased the timeline, so all the stuff that you previously enjoyed, it's no longer canon. I don't like that idea, that it's been erased from history. I want those adventures to continue to matter in the main Stargate canon, and would love to see like a General Carter show up or something, or have her captain of her own ship, as was something that they hinted at the end there, that she was getting a ship. So those could be interesting cameos to make. Definitely want to know what's going on with Atlantis, what ended up happening with the Wraith. I want to know Destiny. I wasn't a huge fan of Destiny, but it left on a huge cliffhanger. Did it get resolved? Are they just out wandering through space? What's going on with that? So these are things I would like to know. On another note, we saw another big, huge sale purchase in that AT&T sold Warner Media to Discovery. So that'll be taking HBOMAX and Discovery Plus. They're probably going to merge. And I think this is great. This shows that AT&T really overextended themselves purchasing things. But the big thing is, I think they mismanaged everything. In that HBO was already a popular streaming service. It had a fan base. Everybody didn't just roll over onto HBO Max. It became the HBO Max didn't have Roku support and Amazon Fire Stick support on day one. These are things that Disney did right, Warner Brothers didn't, and AT&T, they're a big company. They know communications. They should have been on top of this. Warner, HBO already had the experience in the space. Should have been on top of it. This should have been an amazing rollout, especially when they were in a year with a pandemic, where this isn't new content. This is mostly just content you already have, but let's roll it out in the best possible way. Make those deals behind closed doors so that when it rolls out, it's smooth, catches everybody when they're stuck at home, and they failed at that. Now, they're no slump. They have a ton of subscribers. Of course, Zack Snyder Justice League, Godzilla vs. Kong, those brought in a ton of individuals. But they could have had that at the beginning of the pandemic, had they launched it well, and had money to spare. Unfortunately, they have overextended themselves. Discovery Plus, nobody would have thought that would have been a good thing. They're like, oh yeah, the filler TV stations that have cool programs, but nobody's. It's been an amazing streaming service. So they're coming in, they're flexing, they're buying this up. This really interests me because the HBOMAX at $15 a month didn't seem like it was enough to qualify. But if they combine the Discovery Plus with that, that makes me a lot more interested. I also, hopefully that means that they're going to be willing to step into Warner Brothers, kind of fix all kind of this thing where they're having issues with their actors and directors and kind of all this passive aggressive, everything to do with like the Zack Snyder verse. I'm not a Zack Snyder, sorry, not trying to be rude, not a Zack Snyder fan. I pretty much don't like any of his movies. That's just it's not my taste. However, the amount of just lack of respect that the studio is showing this individual who's made them a ton of money is very disturbing. The way that they've treated some of their actors, very disturbing. So I'd like some of that to just go away. Let them do what they're going to do, pursue their own thing. Of course, I want Batman to be the kind of Batman I want, but it can't just be made for me. But whatever they're doing, they have a fan base there. They should support it. The other thing that follows under that is Rooster Teeth. I'm a huge fan of Rooster Teeth. I like Rooster Teeth podcasts. I like Rooster Teeth animation. Ruby, Red vs. Blue, Camp, all these different shows. Love them. What does this mean for them? Recently, they've had to downsize. AT&T bought them up and started cutting the fat. What's Discovery going to do? Are they going to further continue doing that? Are they going to further, firing off anybody that seems a little bit problematic? Different things that have been happening there. What are we going to see from this? So really looking forward to seeing what comes out of this merger. And finally, will probably get me to get HBOMAX, or if it becomes Discovery Plus, to sign on to that with this extra addition of them merging together. So what do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments. And once again, everybody have a good day.